This is Zenzi, payroll name Deb Helfrich, hashtag redhead She-Hulk in this trance zone. Carbon. What an element. Now, the philosophical hypothesis of bioelectricity aims to truly get us understanding E equals mc squared. Through our lived experience, through our embodiment. E equals mc squared been proven in the world of physics, and it's the law of the universe. Homo sapiens sapiens, all of us all, are part of the universe. Hence, energy equals matter times the speed of light squared applies to our own human functioning. But the men have had like 100 years to go, okay, well, we need an equation. Human energy. What's the equation for sustainable, constantly renewable, instantaneously eruptible human energy? Men never thought to think about how physics applies to human functioning. Now, there's some biophysicists out there, a few. There are some people who are throwing around the word bioelectricity. I hyphenate it because I very specifically mean all of everything. The philosophical hypothesis of bioelectricity explains everything about life. It's the theoretical underpinnings of life-centric thinking, which is the all 7.9 billion of us version of what happens when you're the large redheaded girl who grows up to get Sigmund Freud vagina envy, and you sort the hard problem of consciousness into an easy pivot. They made it too hard on themselves. All of these, and again, right, mostly white men. Mostly white men responsible for the Western thought tradition, and they got it ass upside down, okay? And that's a pretty literal ass upside down. To update Descartes, I embody. Therefore, I am. I am not sans embodiment. Now, I am a human who's doing some tapping, EFT, emotional freedom technique, some somatic experiencing of some trauma right up in here. It's making sure the brain doesn't go back into old patterns or just going, oh, everything's new right now. So really, this is a signal for we're going to start thinking differently. I have. That's why I'm so happy. This is a training module for y'all. But really, when you get into some place where it's just like profound. What do I do every single time I talk? What am I keep saying I'm demonstrating human potential. And I am trying to shift you into the profound. What I'm on over here. I am always childlike. I know it's two sides of the coin. Well, I'm getting this. I'm not getting help for my distress because I say it flippantly. I say it, but, this is just the one part of my life I need help with, which is this home situation, this financial distress. I got all the rest of this, and in fact, I got all y'all. Homo sapiens sapiens. When it comes to what do we do now after the pandemic? How do we deal with all of this murdering of black humans in the U.S. of hypocrisy? Deal with it right now. It's job uno. Black lives are necessary. I have stepped forward. I have said, I'm ready to be the Trojan giraffe of whiteness. No one will help me. I am the Trojan giraffe of whiteness. I'm going to use the harmony of uniting us all as one species to demolish racism. I'm going to separate out the white supremacists. And the point is, we've been focusing our anti-racism on white supremacy. The fringe group of humans, the embodiments, or the concept, has see, this is very complicated, obviously. We want to focus on eradicating the concept of whiteness, which is two things. It's white supremacy, which is a smaller percentage point. It's a 20%, 80-20 rule. And then it's the delusion of white superiority. That's the 80%. And that delusion of white superiority is what got baked in to the Constitution, to the foundation of so many laws and practices in this nation. And so, fighting just the evil, intense as it is, and as necessary as it is, unto itself is what's got us no results. We got to deal with the 80% much more prominently, continuing to make a white supremacy needs to be criminalized and prosecuted. But if we did that 100% accuracy, and we know we'll be striving for 15% accuracy at doing that. We did that. It doesn't change who gets promoted. It doesn't change how people manage people with different skin colors, people of different nationalities, people of different physical abilities and mental abilities, and people. What is all this? Dehumanization. We had to dehumanize people in the Industrial Revolution so that they will become cogs in the industrial processes. Free, creative human is not a good worker. So, campaign of education, indoctrination. I don't even know who was responsible for it. I think it just was like self-signing up. Like, you'll give me this money, okay, I'll believe your lies. It is a lie. That black humans are not the original humans. and therefore much more robustly tested by evolution. They're a combination of traits. They're a full melanation in association with everything. Much, much, much more widely tested by evolution over 200,000 years. Whiteness has been around for about 500. Talking mid-1440s. Two things happen. Time. You had your Henry the Navigator in Portugal. He's the one who basically invented slavery. And this happened in parallel to Gutenberg and the printing press in Germany in 1440. What happened is Portuguese and then all the rest of the Western European nations with access to water, so not Germany, curiously enough, pointing that out. Slave trade, Portugal, Spain, France, England, Belgium, Netherlands. You see Western Europe, don't you? Germany not in that phase. Did what ultimately happen? Did Germany go, well, we can't go sailing around the world and taking things over and whatnot? And I know there was some, but you get my point. I think you could see the intensity with which they really lagged behind in the sailing ship innovation part of colonization. So then they're like, well, we'll just colonize all of this. Next level. When those sailing ships went around, and Eddie Izzard did this so good. You got a flag? No, you don't have. Okay, we own this country. You don't have a flag. Just because, so they invented the printing press. They go, well, show us your books, your laws. Well, here's your law. See, it is like this. It's written down. This is the law. I mean, I know I wrote it down. I know it's in my own favor, but pow, believe me or I'll shoot you. The sailing ships, the weapons, and then this tool of mass enslavement, books, mass liberation as well. Depends on how we look at it. I mean, there are thousands of interpretations of the greatness and the evil with which the technology of the printing press, books, affected human history. My role in 2022 is to go back in as a wise feminine philosopher and point out that really science, since Descartes, has been operating on a faulty, flawed, and fraudulent paradigm of duality, of mind-body separation. Now, we didn't have the tools, we didn't have the perception, everything evolves. We didn't get it wrong intentionally, but he got it wrong, and we need to correct that wrong. So where my focus is always on getting consciousness, get us to understand what we are. In all kinds of dimensions, via story, via science, via pragmatic, staying alive tips. You get into the body-mind, one word, the subconscious in the science word. That unity, that complementarity. Yeah, the complementarity in quantum physics is the concept that simultaneously quanta is a particle and a wave simultaneously. We're all particles and waves. Well, we're also all matter and energy. Back to Einstein, the second most famous equation. I'm going to end you out on this. She is the equation. This Trojan giraffe of whiteness wants to share with all 7.9 humans across every nigga cranny of Earth. That's why they're going to listen to me, and why we can just, end racism. Because people are going to want to know about sustainable human energy. How do you get so excited? How do you... This is my stream of consciousness. I've just learned to perform it. This is how things have been happening in my body. And what y'all saw was a blank face, was the autistic, was the shut down, don't bug me. Because this is going to happen in here. Woman monologues. Socratic improv. There has been a great ride in this mind. What y'all saw on that morbidly obese body out there, in here, life's been grand. And I want to open you up, theoretically, to potentiate into loving every mind chatter that crosses your mind, putting it on recordings, sharing it out to the globe via YouTube. My 20 subscribers. Y'all are scared of a really joyful woman. Y'all don't know what to do when she needs a little help. And y'all are completely unwilling to listen to help me do these magical things that will improve the quality of your own life. Everything about me is coherent because I am, in my own way, working at a very high level to do the greatest global good as I can. Do it quite well. I keep doing it. It's turned out to be fun for me. Harmony. It's been Zenzi.